guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, that means you're not subscribed yet, so please go ahead and subscribe. On today's video, as you guys can see, I have a beautiful face right next to me, and I'm going to allow her to introduce herself.
So putting me on the spot, you're not even gonna try.
I'm not even.
We're not being treated like a guest on this channel, but I am.
But anyway, hi guys, my name is tammymogapi. I am a YouTuber. Make sure you go subscribe. Make sure you go follow me on TikTok.
Links will be down below. So as you guys can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing a girls chit chat. So I have a mix that we're going to be talking about, and yeah, so let's not waste any more time and get right into it. The first topic I want us to talk about is intentional dating. What do you think about intentional dating? Because these days people just date for fun and stuff like that.
Okay, my thoughts on intentional dating are, I don't necessarily see a problem with someone who's dating for fun. Like, I feel like that's a phase every single person should go into. That's not necessarily, when I say dating for fun, I feel like there's a lot of weight that's attached to dating and not necessarily being in a relationship. Because it's a completely different ballgame.
True.
And it should be treated as such. I am team go on as many dates as you need to find out if that person is right for you. Go on in as many, dates with random people. Figure out what you want, because sometimes we settle before we even know what we like in our partner. You know what I mean?
Okay, makes sense. But for me,
Yeah.
I want to talk to a person knowing where the conversation is going to go.
True.
Like, if I meet someone right now and then we're talking, if I don't understand where our conversations are going, are we talking because we want to be friends, or are we talking because you want us to go into the direction of a relationship? You get? So I feel like that's where the intentional dating comes in for me, that I cannot date you if I don't know where it's going.
I see what you mean. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying if you are intentionally dating, why are you intentionally dating one person? That's where I'm coming from.
My problem is I give one person attention and
Kind of back at dating. When I'm talking about being in a relationship, why are you intentionally? Because most of you young people, including myself, don't know.
included.
You've never been in a relationship. You've never, and vele you are going to go and put all your efforts on that one guy you met.
Because you never know. Maybe that's my soulmate.
And that nothing, you going on the dates doesn't stop that. It doesn't change that.
But it's the same thing as friendships for me. I don't know how to focus on a lot of friends at the same time.
And I'm not saying
So
this
I
we're
would
talking about
abandon
dating.
the other person. So I'm taking to dating as well. Like, I'm going to abandon one person and focus on one person.
Abandon. What is abandon?
I don't know. Like, I'm not going to give them much attention. As
What
I would
attention
give
are
to
you
one
giving
person.
a man you are in a relationship with in the first place? That man does not deserve none of your attention. He's not your boyfriend.
Oh, okay. I hear you.
Hey, we're
But
talking
still.
about.
So what are we settling for? What are we saying, Hamani?
Here's my thing. Dating on its own is a very simple concept. It is literally spending time with someone to get to know them, to figure out if you feel like this person is someone who you'd want to get into a relationship with.
Okay.
Right? And I'm team date as many people as you need to know what you want.
Okay.
I get it. Dating. And then decide for yourself if you want to get into a relationship with them or not, if the qualities that they have are stuff that you want to get into a relationship with about. Because it can be surprise relationship and you're like, I don't know that this person is like this. Because you are focusing on that person and you generally felt like they were the best version that they could possibly be. Because honeymoon stage is so, it'll make you believe that this person is this perfect person.
Because they do the right things.
But if there's comparisons with people there, you can tell how to know, Mama, this person is actually very nice. In general, he's a nice person. He's nice to me, but he's nice to everybody else. This means that at some point this is going to change. Just like to get an objective view
of different people.
Exactly. And I feel like that's the only way you know what you like. Because sometimes, not for me, like there's certain stuff that I'm still finding out that I like in a man, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think I cared about that until I have it happen to me and I realize this is such a monumental stuff for me, and I'm like, oh my god, oh well.
So you learn different things every day.
You know?
Plus things change. We're in our early 20s, so
Bruh, Elena is a person you change. Like,
true.
Tammy 2 years ago is not Tammy now.
Speaking of dating, when you go out on a date, the 50-50 rule, how do you feel about it? Because personally, I feel like it depends on who's asking who out on the date.
50-50 is bullshit!
True, because I feel like if I'm asking you out on a date, that means I'm willing to pay. If you're asking me out on a date, then you're paying.
Exactly!
50-50, it's giving.
That's
you
the
don't wanna
common
take care of
decency.
me.
Especially we're talking about dating Khalid Jolie.
Hey,
It's not a baby. I feel like we need to go out this weekend. We haven't been out in a while. And then he's like, you know what, babe? I don't quite have money like that. And you're like, okay, I'll pay for drinks, my love. And then you pay for dinner. We're talking about on the ads. Okay, let me not stop rubbing language, but it's okay. Well, I'm next to her.
Well, she tried. At least, she...
Going 50-50 on a date. Yes. And and she was saying that rather it be in a relationship when we both agree that okay, we'll split the bill, or you do this, I'll do that, and then we go on a date. But if it's a date where we're getting to know each other in a dating process, then 50-50 is
It doesn't make sense.
bullshit.
If at all you're initiating the date, you ask somebody out on the date, you set the date according to what your financial pocket is looking like. If you want to take her out, because you don't have money for chicken licking, that's still fine. If she's a genuine person, she'll understand. The aspect of it is to create an area where you guys can sit down and actually converse. It's not really about the food you guys are going to be eating or about the ambiance. Even in fact, I'd suggest don't take anyone to go social over capello on a date. It's too loud to go get to know someone. Go a nice coffee shop, mug and bean, somewhere where it's quiet.
Coffee, ice cream. For me, even if it's
Yeah.
a walk, like that's still a date. But people
Exactly.
think that's not dates anymore. People want to go out to these places.
And those are
and
still
for
valid
fun
things to
stuff,
want
which
to
is
do with your partner.
true.
But like when you're getting to know somebody, it's more important to have a conversation than it is for aesthetic.
True, I get it.
I know other people be like, but how dare you take me to Masamamangoro Rakama Fresh? Like,
a pinpool. How do you feel about girlfriends who act like wives in relationships?
I'm for it, guys.
Personally, I don't have a problem with it.
I'm for it because I'm
do what you
team that.
gotta do, girl. Like, do what you gotta do what you must. Because at the end of the day, that's your partner. If that's how you show your love for them, then that's okay. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I think for me, I feel like get in a relationship, it's kind of like where you guys kind of see if the person you are with is someone who you potentially want to marry.
True.
And obviously, like when we have a discussion like this, it's different when you take it from a religious aspect, when you take it from an atheist aspect. Atheist aspect, I would be like, team for it. Here's why. Obviously, you guys aren't going to be acting like a married couple all the way because there's stuff that you can't physically do. There's legal documents. There's stuff that you can't decide if your man is going to live or die when he's on the deathbed.
True.
You can't decide certain things. So those are the real wifey things. You can't go to his home village when there's a funeral and go help out. Those are the real wifey things.
True.
But we're talking about the little things that will show this man or this woman that this person really is taking me seriously in their life and they do see a future with me. I'm team for it, babes.
True.
Like,
I feel like there's nothing wrong with it, honestly. People are just making a big issue out of nothing.
as long as if it's comfortable to you. And Omphithetse, I'm saying a girlfriend who acts like a wife. And saying it, maybe that might be it. My point was, I'm not talking about the traditional way or for guys to come to you and be like,
baby, why don't you wash my clothes? Or why don't you don't do my laundry?
nah, nigga, not that. Like small things that show someone that you care about them or they're important. Like, I'm team get involved with each other's families if you feel like you're serious about that person. There's stuff that shows you that this person is very serious about you. Like, and this goes both ways, even for women and for men. And if it fails and this man doesn't make you a wife, babes, you leave.
It is what it is.
Somebody else will recognize all that greatness. Like, we're talking about a girl who will be there helping her man push out CVs, being your husband's biggest supporter, could have just been there at the greatest moments of their life when they actually need you. It's okay to be there.
I did a video that I'm going to post before this one. I was talking about self-worth, that you doing those things and then you losing that person doesn't necessarily mean that you lose your self-worth and your self-value. So you still have it, just that now you're taking it to someone else who's going to see it even more.
Who deserves it even?
Who deserves it even. So you don't necessarily lose your self-worth or your self-value. It is what it is, bro.
As for me,
the next one.
I'll forever believe in love. Regardless of what another man will do to me, they will never make me stop believing in love, make me stop believing in myself, my values, and who I am. I know the kind of woman I am. I know I am sowing the seed to being the wife I know I want to be. And because of that, my love, every single day I am reading books, I am online researching, I am learning about gentle parenting, about Montessori parenting, all these small things, because I'm paving a way, I'm opening up the trenches for God to bless me with the thing that I ask him for. Like, no, don't even try to play.
He's been preparing for you.
Well, and I know he's preparing a husband for me who's going to fulfill all those things. He's preparing a man. This is who I am. Oh, sorry, king. I've been praying for her. Low. That's the one. I know in my heart of hearts that he knows. He knows up there where and hey, so me, I will love wholeheartedly. You mess it up, I'm moving. Cause I know.
Since you're a person who loves loudly, what do you think about privacy or secrecy of a relationship? Like, do you believe in keeping a relationship secret or private? And what's the difference? Because I don't really understand the difference between keeping it a private relationship or a secret relationship.
Okay. There isn't a thin line between these two things. But cheating partners make people feel like there's a thin line between these two things. There isn't a thin line between. I'll also repeat, a man who is serious about you will not hide you. Even a man who are introverted, that shy, they're not social media people. A man who is serious about you will not hide you. And listen to me well.
I'm not social media people.
Hey, what if and he wants you to act like you're like these? A man who is serious about you will want to show you off. And I'm not even talking in that way. How to become all of a sudden your man will start becoming I don't know, Joel Mogoroso V. And you know, be like, my wife. No, even in fact, Musa. Let's use Musa as a good example. Not every man is going to do what Musa is doing. Some men don't even know, like, you can like comments on Instagram
At all.
But in their own way, they will show off their wives. Have you ever heard a male friend of Hannah telling you about his woman? Oh,
they go off. Okay.
Okay. You will know. It's important, you know. How does someone do? You guys stop holding hands. But in the house, you guys are holding hands. Like, that's just weird energies for me. And I feel like, okay, privacy is important in a relationship because, honestly, some people have a lot of telebotelo. But I'm not saying it from a boloi aspect. But people can, especially your friends, who, I won't say, they love you more than they love him. And they see who he is from what you tell them. And half the time, I can double bet you're telling them all the bad things and very rarely the good stuff. So when those things happen, they have this perception of this person that is not all that good, while you, on the other hand, your perception of him is different. So what happens when you guys have a fight and you ask for advice from them, and you haven't been private about all these other things, they're going to tell you, more and deep down, you know, okay, now this person treats me actually really well. And you regret it after that. So privacy is important in those aspects where now some things you guys have to deal by yourself. But I also still feel like in that aspect, it shouldn't be overdone. Because so many narcissistic partners will tell you how to don't tell anybody else our secrets because they want to keep being abusive to you.
And we don't talk about that a lot, hey?
At all. There's so many relationships where you are banned from discussing anything in the relationship.
And most of us actually take that toxicity and we fall in love with it.
Deep down, this man is beating you, this man is doing all these things, but he's making you feel like these things are normal. And you sit down and sit there and you because you think everybody else's relationship is going that way.
Because they're not saying, you feel like they're not saying because you're not saying it. Okay, makes sense.
So I feel like there's like, you need to be able to, there's people you trust in your life who you're able to tell about your relationship. And people, not for me, there's some friends of mine who I know are going to be blunt with me. They will tell me, Tammy, this story is not adding up. I know you and you are the type to do this. And not even in a coming to me in a type of, they won't side with me just because I'm that friend. And those are the people you go to for advice. Don't go for that friend what they're doing every time. Men are trash. Yes, I told you to leave him
alone. He's not good for you.
Nah, baby, no. But then on the other hand, like on the whole privacy thing and secret thing, I don't believe in secret relationships. I believe in loving me loudly. Hell, post me every single day of the year, telling the world how proud you are to have me. I should never have to seek reassurance.
I should always be there liking,
dude,
and commenting.
Erikirano, you should be my biggest supporter. Number one, hell, I get a YouTube video going on to guys. Do you see how beautiful my girlfriend is?
But what I really weird to say, I don't want people knowing how my partner looks like. They just need to know that I have a partner and not how he looks like.
As long as if you're honest that it comes from a place of insecurity.
Okay.
No.
But you hesitated. You thought about it.
I didn't hesitate because that should have been the question.
As long as you're honest and comes from a place of insecurity, don't try to be like,
It's because I like to hide my man.
you don't want people to know because you know he might be doing some shady shit. It comes from a place of insecurity.
I take a sip because wow.
Coming for me. I don't mind, girl. Do your thing. But let's be honest.
Okay.
It's the same thing with women who go, I don't want him liking any other woman's pictures. I know them as well. It's stemming from a place of insecurity. Like, we're in a world of social media, and the girls themselves will like guys' pictures, but they're like, oh no, he's crossing the line.
Whether or not he's in a relationship, they're still going to be liking those pictures and commenting and sending him DMs.
Your partner is never going to stop finding other people attractive. It's how he acts after he finds them attractive that matters. Not what they do. Not what they're in their DMs with. If you want to have problems with them because they're disrespecting you in the DMs, I understand. But I get that. But a woman who finds your man attractive and you want to fight her for that, why? He's attractive. You know that.
That's too problematic.
Why are you fighting?
That's too
please, when someone asks out my man, I'm dating someone who's hot and you ask him out, keep fucking
nice.
I mean, I don't blame you. I'll just be there like, baby girl, I don't blame you. He is a fine specimen. He's a fine. I can't beat. Like,
I feel like women fighting is just too problematic.
Why are you fighting someone for finding your partner attractive, man?
Be classy, don't fight. Oh my god.
Point of it.
I'm a classy woman.
You're a classy girl.
I'm a classy girl.
She's a classic girl. She can't be her when she looks this thing. She's a classic girl.
Let's talk about sex then.
No.
Why is it embarrassing when girls talk about sex? Because I grew up in a Catholic home, so we did not talk about sex or these sex conversations or anything like that. I've never had the sex talk, not even with anyone, because I've only heard about sex through people, like at school, when I heard that my friends were engaging, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I was judgmental because I was raised in a Catholic home. So fornication.
Love the honesty, babe.
So I'm just like, hey, I was 16 years old and you're doing what? You get what I mean? Because I was taught that don't do that at home. So now growing up and becoming the young woman that I am, when people have conversations about sex, it gets a little bit uncomfortable because it's like, I wasn't raised in a home where we talked about sex. You get, but I think I'm unlearning that behavior or judgmental behavior of, you know what, people have sex, guys. People have sex. Guys, everywhere sex is happening and it's a real thing and it's not embarrassing to talk about, especially as a girl, because boys are able to talk about it, nobody says anything. But because we're girls, when you talk about it, it's like,
I see what you mean. I think an important thing to note is that's not just a religious thing. I wish it was. It's not. It is literally a cultural thing in African culture. I don't even know. Anyone who's married, please tell me what you guys have conversations about sex, or was it in parables and stories and metaphors? The conversation is never had, and I feel like if there's something I'm happy about the current generation of women and the 21st is they're very open with the fact that they enjoy having sex and they strive to enjoy it. They're not just having sex for their partner, because I think I remember watching this other YouTuber, Kabelo Mhale, her video with Wompumi Ludraba, and they were talking about the first times they had, the deed, because they waited until they were married, but she'd had sex with her husband prior before they found God. And then she was talking about how when she did it at the time, she was doing it to please him and not herself. And now
most girls do that.
Hey, she's just doing it to keep the man or to please him, for him to enjoy it. That's why so many women will literally die without ever orgasming once. Another thing, our sex education teaches us nothing. It teaches you the body parts,
anything.
it teaches you contraception, and that's it. And people don't know, but the teachers who teach
and the
it,
7 B's.
bruh, the teachers who teach it,
And the 7
teach
B's.
basically. We teach an abstinence-based learning approach. Like, we're not teaching people who are going to be adults at some point.
True.
Y'all understand that y'all are raising adults, you're not raising children, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens when they become adults is they know nothing. Because what I know, and then like,
it doesn't make sense still. But
you're not talking about the clitoris, none of that.
Even though you're teaching us the contraceptives and stuff, there are still teenagers who get pregnant because they're curious about it. We don't really teach much about what sex is about, and
They don't even
like
teach
the
about
whole-
the contraception part of thing. It's still very enclosed because they're saying we don't want you using contraception at all.
True. They're
We want
just
you to
teaching
abstain.
abstinence. Oh yeah, that's what I want
What
to
happens
say.
now, baby girl, NA, because you're not, being honest about contraception and what they does. They'll preach to you about the side effects or how bad they are, and they'll make them these huge things to stop young girls from having kids. Let me tell you a story about this person I know. This person I know has had 2 kids since in school, still in high school. And the mother, I remember having a conversation with the girl, I'm like, I'll go with you to a youth clinic that is very nice, where you can go get birth control. And I'm younger than her. I think I was in Form 4 at the time having this conversation with her because I'm realizing, this is getting out of hand.
It's concerning.
And she tells me that my mom, I can't do that because if I do that, what happens if I become better and the man I want to marry wants to have more kids? And that spread so many times. I even had a guy tell me that if a woman is on birth control, it means she's a hoe. Because why are you on birth control if you don't have a man? It means you want to sleep with random men and not have babies.
And some of us only do it because we don't want periods. Wow.
And you have so many of these major misconceptions in this country around sex. And that's why, it's not talked about enough. And we need to talk about it enough to stop these stupid misconceptions in this country because...
And they're so weird, eh? It's always the... Me not. Me not.
So, I'm saying, it's conversations that we need to be having, and open and honest conversations. I'm not saying abstinence is wrong. Hell, I know the benefits of it. But be real. Not every kid is a Christian. Not every kid is going to abstain until they're a certain age. But be honest with them. Conversations about defilement need to be had. And not on be honest and tell these kids they're being groomed. They're being groomed. That man is telling her, babes, you're so mature. Also, because he knows what he's looking for. You cannot tell me that this 14-year-old is the one who initiated a relationship with a 40-year-old.
14 anymore, 12.
Come, be serious.
12. At 12 years old, I knew nothing. When a boy touched me, I would run, guys. Because I had the books before boys. Because boys bring babies. So I had to run. But anyway.
That little girl literally has got people forget that teenagers have emotions, sexual emotions, just like adults do. But because the cognitive mind, the brain is not there yet, they don't know how to handle it. And a 40-year-old man will come to her and tell her, oh, babes,
because
you're
they
so
really
mature.
know things to do for a woman. For
Exactly.
them to get there.
And that little kid, it's wrong to have those feelings. You haven't given her a platform to converse about what she's feeling in her head. She thinks that it's wrong.
Understand. Oh yeah, true, ne?
And you know how as teenagers we like to be like adults.
Hey, I'm always too curious.
We want to be adulting heavily, and that person is giving them a doorway into that.
I feel like I was the late bloomer because I was never that too curious.
I was not curious, but I wanted to be treated like an adult. I felt like, you know what, treat me with respect. I have a brain that thinks, but I didn't. Now that I think about it,
you're like, no,
I did not have a brain
that.
it was not there.
It was
not there. So I understand, and I feel like we really should stop acting like we were never teenagers and we were never kids. Why you're acting like y'all never did none of these things?
We should stop skipping parts of our lives that we know those were important, and you act like they never happened.
So you can have conversations, real conversation on these things.
True.
Because I swear, but I do make it. Not my parents. My mom was a queen and I love her. But not my mama. But other parents will make it seem like no. And then I become a and you're trying to do the math, you're like, babes, but
It's not.
Your wedding photo and
Me, I was in there. What do you say? And the first child is 15 years old.
if you don't drink that wine, I'll beat you in the face.
The last thing I wanted us to talk about is friendship. Now, I'm going to give you a scenario that happened to me. And I know the person who's going to watch this video, so watch it.
This was based on a true story.
The following program may contain mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Anyway, so here's what happened, right? I didn't date this guy. I was just close with him, right? Like, we were close.
Did you like him?
But not in a relationship.
Did you like him?
I liked him. I did.
Okay.
I don't want to say loved him because I was a teenager, so obviously that doesn't count.
Well, it does.
Okay, I don't know. But if it was
You don't have to be in a
love,
relationship
it
with
was
someone
love.
to love them.
Okay. So the thing is, I had a friend at the time whom I was sharing all these things with, right? Like, I like this person. When anything happens, I would share with her.
Yeah.
Like, our first kiss, I shared it with her. This happened, I shared with her. So everything that happened, I would share. So now that we're grown, it's been years, right? But I still keep in touch with this particular guy, right? And this particular friend. And then this friend, earlier this year, we were having a conversation, and she asked me where the guy was, because she made a joke about, oh, Ghana used to love him so much, and she laughed. So I was like, and we laughed about it and ignored. A couple of days ago, I saw through statuses that they were actually together. So I asked the guy and I asked her, and she did not say anything, but the guy said we're in a relationship. So my thing is, I personally felt some type of way, because I was like, if you knew how much I felt about this person, whether or not we were teenagers or not, you would have had the decency to come to me as a friend and say, friend, this is what's going on. I like him. I want to know what you think. I'm not going to say don't date him. I just wanted to hear it from you. So I felt like I was backstabbed by someone I considered a sister. So I wanted to hear your perspective and other people's perspective, because I felt like I was backstabbed. I felt like and she twisted the knife. Hey, she made me feel it. That's fine. I'm not hurt. What do you think? What if I don't agree with you?
What if I don't agree with you? Because I definitely don't. Okay.
This is the world we live in.
Listen. Let me plead my case and her case. When did you like this person? Mawe, how come the when did you like this person?
The thing is, Tammy, I'm not saying
Okay, I'll let you speak.
like
I'll let you speak.
like years ago.
Here's my thing. Maybe I'm not the best person to give you advice on this one, because I am team, if I'm done with somebody, I don't give a fuck what they do. Okay. You want to date him as my friend after you saw what happened. If the person did me dirty, that's the only time I'd have a problem with my friend dating them, because I love my friend too much to let them go through what I went through. But if you're saying this person is a good dude, right? You liked him for that long. That obviously means he's an upstanding guy. He didn't break your heart. He didn't cheat on you. Didn't do anything like that. So, and your friend, I'm just gonna assume that she's a good person if she didn't date him while you were having feelings for him and waited until she felt like you were grown enough to handle the situation when your feelings were done for old boy. Cause I'm gonna be honest. Being friends with someone doesn't mean that you guys aren't gonna like the same people.
True.
It is the reality of
I want to hear what this is going.
Take a second. Hey, are you and the friend still as close as you were at the time when you were like in the guy?
Not really.
Exactly.
We are still in talking terms.
Yes, you're talking, but you're not close. So she knows you don't like him anymore, and she goes, and maybe he likes her, and he was like, oh no.
No, but I'm saying, right? I'm saying it's okay. They can do what they want to do.
I'm saying she did not need to tell you anything. You guys didn't date. And you don't even have feelings for him anymore. Why would she tell you?
I just wanted her to tell me so I could know. I'm warned. At least I know.
What of what? You have no feelings for
My
the
future
man.
husband is gone now.
Sissy, you said you don't like him anymore.
I don't. Honestly.
Then why?
I look at him as a friend now. But the thing is, guys, I just feel like I needed her to have the decency to say, hey, I like
Hakuna
this person,
decency.
and he likes me back.
Have the
So what do
decency
you think?
to let
And
the
I'm
men
like,
go.
Nothing. You guys are okay.
Let the
you
men
guys can
go.
do what you gotta do. You guys are elders. But just let me know.
No.
Don't keep it away from me. Don't make me see.
They didn't
any
keep it away
beside-
from
They
you.
did.
They didn't.
They
The fact that you
did.
saw that post, they did not keep it away
They
from you.
deleted after I asked.
Point is,
Why are they
Habawa
deleting?
hide.
Why are they deleting after I asked?
Anyone can delete a
No,
post whenever they want to.
They forgot.
No.
Which, if you guys are watching,
They didn't forget anything.
I
Brothers,
tried.
how if you like that man, just be honest and say
I just
like
wanted
him.
it to be a practical thing. What if you were in that situation? How would you feel? Because I found
My
like,
point is still
as a
here.
friend, you need to have the decency to share with your friend. Or friend, this is what's going on.
My thing is here. One, you say you don't like this man anymore, and I'm doubting that. Me,
I
you say
do.
you don't like this man anymore.
I honestly
You say you don't like this
don't.
man anymore.
I
One,
don't.
two, you and this man are not exes. You guys never dated.
Yes.
Did you kiss?
Yes.
Here you go. Anyway, you guys never dated. You were never a thing. You know what? You never claimed each other. What? Yeah, it. I get 3. It's been freaking years. 4, you're not close to either of them like you were at the time that you guys were together. You literally have no right to be entitled to this.
So would I be crazy if I block them both or if I delete?
If you block them both, you like the guy.
Delete the numbers.
If you block them both, you still like him.
Okay, but
I'm a ruler.
I think I'm
I'm
going
a
to
big
explain
ruler.
something to Tammy off camera so she can understand where I'm coming from. But she's going to understand me.
She
and
doesn't
I'm
want to
going
be
tell you guys
transparent.
that she understands me. But you understand me, Tammy.
No, I can't tell
Okay, how do you feel about toxic friends?
No, I'm just saying.
She's not toxic, but I'm just saying. Toxic friends. The problem with me is I cut people off
are the
too
toxic
quickly. Not the moment you annoy me or the moment you hurt me, I'm cutting you off.
You are the toxic
I'm sorry. I'm
You
gonna
are
cut
the
you
toxic
off.
one. People like you
I will block you. I will delete
don't
your
want
numbers.
to
I
deal with
will
accountability.
delete you out of
What
my
hope you're
life.
not- I'm making her comfortable and you're like, I'm going to block them. Deal with it face to face and I just say it. I might not be over this man completely.
No, I'm over him. I have to
You're
give
over
you-
him,
I
but
have
you're
to tell
like, you know
something
what?
else.
I would date him
Listen,
in the
I have
future.
to tell you something else off of camera so you can understand about something about the situation. But Tamani is agreeing with me at the end of this after I tell her the situation. Right now she's not, but she gets what I'm saying. So yes, is that it? You have nothing to say about toxic friends?
No, I have something to say about toxic friends. And I don't agree with her. Don't believe her. I said what I said. Okay, Bon. But like, friends are friends and friends are different. If your friend knows, like, I don't have a friend for one. Okay, maybe I've never shared relationships or likes with my friends ever. But if there was a situation and I knew a friend of mine had like that rule that she wanted to be let known or whatnot, of course I'd tell her. Which I guess I understand, but like I still don't feel like you had that right. If at all you'd
hear
vocalize to her, okay, that's something I feel I would want to be told.
I'm blocking. I'm not doing that.
You are want to be blamed. You're toxic.
I'm blocking,
Continue.
baby.
Toxic. Anyway, toxic friends. I'm one who.
Hey, I thought you were saying you're one toxic friend. I'm like, I want money.
Someone thinks I am out there. No. I'm one person who my whole life because I'm extroverted and bubbly, it's super easy for me to make friends. But growing up, I didn't take good care of them. You know what I mean? I didn't quite invest in my friendships. Kind of people forget that you're supposed to invest in your friendships as much as you invest in your relationships. You can't have friends for 3 or so more years. Close friends, you guys have never gone out to eat together. You've never gone out of the space of school. It needs to be, they need to be invested into as much as relationships are, because they're a very vital part of being an adult. And growing up, I wasn't that person. I would be friends with you, and then when things go sour, I make another friend the following day. And that's that. Because it's easy for me to do it. But then it meant that the relationships were fickle because they had no base. We hadn't been through trials and tribulations together. But now, I think an incident happened. I'll talk about it as a story time on my channel.
But like, you guys should go subscribe.
I mean,
that's a reminder.
An incident happened when I was in high school where I realized, damn, y'all are not my friends. Being an extroverted person and having so many people be friendly to you, you assume that they're your friends, but being friendly to me doesn't mean you're my friend. And that's when I realized, I don't know, man. As much as I'm extroverted, as much as I'm a people person, as much as social media is my thing, if I say so myself, I have to accept the fact that you guys might love me, you might subscribe to my channel, you might be followers, you might comment, but at the end of the day, when I need a friend, or if drama was to ensue about me, and someone else would say, oh my god, yeah, we ran a train on this girl.
They're going to go.
All of you guys are going to believe it.
True.
Literally within seconds of seeing it.
True.
So it's like, now in my 20-something years, I've discovered how beautiful it is to have like a solid circle of friends. And oh my god, our generation is really not aware of this. No, never catch them off our
Thing is, I've always been friends with people who were shunned or people who were looked at as those kids who are troublesome and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd always be friends with those people, and then those people would do things to me, and then I'd have to cut them off and then be friendless. You get? So the people who asked to be friends with me, I would be excited because, oh, okay, for the first time, I'm not trying to be your friend.
Yeah.
You'll want to be my friend, and then they do me dirty as well. So
do they do you dirty, or you just don't like something that they do and decide to cut them off?
the next episode of
No, there's a difference, because I know one. My friends and I, we fight.
Somebody being my therapist.
We fight, and sometimes you have to accept the fact that no, please,
I hear you.
I'll speak on this. As a 20-something-year-old, you need to be self-aware.
Me.
You need to be self-aware. I'm self-aware. I know there's a time where I fought with my best friend because I was jealous because he was having other friends. And he was spending so much time with them. And I was just there lonely. And I was like, how dare you have other friends besides me? And like, I had to switch in my brain and be like, okay, no, Tammy, you are being unreasonable. Calm down and actually evaluated this right. And you know what? This person needs some space. You're not going to be the center of their life. So people really need, like, be self-aware and just know what, okay, this is just a me thing and it's something I need to work on.
In friendships is blocking people. You know, I take that block button so seriously because
I only block disrespect, guys. If you don't disrespect me, you're fine.
Mark created that block button for a reason.
But my friends now, I don't know if you guys are gonna watch this. This video is gonna come up on your channel, but like,
they are gonna watch it. Hi,
I have never been so blessed. If you've been in my life for the past 2 years or seen anything, oh my god.
They're talking about me.
Not this one. She just came my band. The OGs. The OGs.
Oh my god.
Those people, I love them so much because they're so honest with me. And they're still so very loving.
It's so nice to have such friendships in your 20s, eh?
It's so vital. Hey, man, speaking of friendships, how do you feel about girl groups? Because for a long time, I felt like something was missing in my life because I didn't have a girl group of friends.
I was talking about this more, the 22 thing, 10 things I learned about 22, what?
That's why.
10 things I'm coming to terms with, and I said that it is okay to have female friends because we grew up with this mentality how girls are dramatic, girls are this, girls
which is
are
not
that,
always true.
Which is not always true, and I feel like I also... Like, I love girl groups. I want to have a girls chat. You know? I want to post my selfie on a girls group chat on WhatsApp. So you guys can hype me up. You get what I mean?
You know, and have them in the comments going, girl, I'll die for you.
Because you never know that the people that you wish you were friends with actually want to be friends with you. I think I've realized that this year. I'm not going to mention things, but it's like, this year for me, I realized there are people that I wanted to be friends with from first year. And they were never friends with me. And now you can tell, these people we could have actually made a good connection from the beginning. But because I was self-sabotaging, which was also in there, hey, why? I don't deserve such friends. Girls are also dramatic, girls and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, but I love girl groups. Hey, my sister, I want to send my nyash on the group chat.
And be like, girls, like I bought these new shirts. What y'all think?
Please,
period. I'm team girl groups one, but only if they're not toxic.
Only if they're not toxic.
Only if they're not, because I know for one, because of the wealth of friends I have now, like, and I mean wealth not meaning that there are a ton of them, but because of the value they have,
in your life.
I get so consumed by positivity, I forget that toxicity exists. And it's moments where now I'm put in situations where I'm with groups of friends and they create different group chats to go talk about the other one, and you realize, no man, there's other women out there who are and I'm not even going to blame it on you guys because it's a societal thing. Stereotype, you're raised to do that. But like, if you want a wholesome girl group, you have to be a wholesome person.
True.
Subtract yourself from that situation.
You attract what you
are. And then work on yourself, work on being that person. Please, when I started taking friendship seriously, they came like this.
I need to start doing that.
Because before when I did, not even lying. Before when I took it just feebly, and then now I can make a new friend tomorrow. Like, please, I can enter a room, come out with 5 friends.
5 friends. One time. And then there are people like us who don't know how to talk.
Sometimes I think that is a blessing. I've always wanted to be like the cute, mysterious girl. But no! God made this happen to be on this face. Have you seen the movies? The cute little mysterious girl,
Someone
the nerdy girl with the books,
mysterious, but
is always with the hot guy.
I would make a YouTube channel.
Really?
Just
I
I think
it's
the energy.
It's okay.
Sometimes we meet someone who has that energy. You're like, hey, my sister.
Charisma.
True.
Being charismatic is not always the best thing because you tend to neglect all the good things that you have. But like I was saying, as a person who is in your 20s and you seriously want a serious girl group, literally change, work on it. Please start seeing more positivity, follow positive content. Don't follow the gossip pages and whatnot. It will happen.
Looks like Kawula is entertaining. But he's going to jail apparently. So we're going to miss out.
As he freaking should.
He killed someone.
My thing is, like, surround yourself with positive things and positive things will happen to you. The law of attraction works, baby.
It does.
It works.
It does.
If there's one thing, like, look what I this year, can I have a girl group this year? It's so shocking. I literally have a girl group of women in law. It is wild. For the first time in my life, I've never had that, ever.
Me too, ma'am. I've never had people that I'm like, okay, I know this person, she's my friend, or I can count on for this and that. Not like, you know how that you have friends for different things?
I have that. I've had that my whole life.
I'm starting to get to know people, I'm like, okay, maybe I can, maybe we can be friends. But I feel like there's still that self-sabotage in me that feels like, hey, maybe not. Maybe they want something from me. Maybe this, maybe that. So if I was gonna want something from you, if I could work on that, maybe. But a part of me feels like maybe it's God from within saying, my sister.
It was so wild. Like I finally can say I have a group chat where we talk and plan trips that never happen. Wow. Where we talk and plan trips that never happen. That is like no. I can finally be like just there and be like, I am part of the squad, and it's so beautiful. I will never be king. I understand why I longed for it as a kid. I understand why I longed for it because being able to send screenshots to the group chat
and then everybody is engaging, and it's hey guys, Tammy and I will talk until the sun goes
35
down.
minutes. This is not even the first video.
I feel like we should
There's
make
more ones. And no, you're gonna post this video even if it takes like 50 minutes.
Really?
We're trying to finally get monetized at some point.
Do you believe in me? Guys, Tamani says we should not make a 2-part video but a 1-part video.
Exactly.
So we are tired. Learn what you can see from her hand.
I bet it's getting late.
We've been talking. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to go to Tamani's channel and subscribe. We're trying to get our girl to those 4,000 watch time. Please watch those videos of the vlogs. She's coming up for us. I really love your content, friend.
Love your content,
it really
baby.
inspires me.
I love you so much.
Is this the part where we kiss?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching and bye.
Bye.